So welcome back again in this live AWS training leading to AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. So this particular video training will be a bit of advanced, but don't worry, it will be step by step and click by click, because this particular course is for everyone who is starting his or her journey to the cloud, and to the ones who are already have some experience in the cloud, so that they can refresh their memory and we can do it together. So as you might be aware that AWS has changed some of its UI as well as EC2 and CloudWatch configurations, and therefore we will go step by step how to configure CloudWatch with EC2 so that we get the alerts of EC2 on the CloudWatch, right? So here it goes. Okay, as I mentioned, we will start from the very beginning. We don't have any EC2 instances running, so we'll launch an instance and we will put the instance name as EC2 demo, right? And I won't go step by step here because I have already given you a video on how to launch an EC2 instance. Please refer that video. So here we will go a bit fast. We will take the default values here. T2 micro, key pair I will choose already existing ones. Security group I will choose already existing one, and I will launch the instance. Till the instance is coming up, let's go to IAM, and we have to create a role in IAM. And what is a role? Again, role is a way where one of the services of AWS can talk to other service. For example, in our case here, EC2 instance wants to talk to CloudWatch, right? And vice versa. So what will happen here is we have to create an instance role which will have, three access, and the access which it needs is these three. Don't get overwhelmed by these commands. I will give you step by step on these commands. But these are the roles we need to add to this IAM role to have a working configuration for CloudWatch and EC2 instance, right? So let's say the first one is for SSM. We'll go here, search for EC2 instance. First of all, let's create role, AWS service. And here, what is our service which is talking to CloudWatch? That is EC2 instance service. So we'll choose EC2 next, and here we will search the roles which we have listed down. So number one is this. Number two is your CloudWatchAgentServerPolicy. And number three is CloudWatchFullAccess. So by the way, this is one of the best practices to have it with the roles so that we don't configure the secret access key and access key ID, which I have already mentioned in my video on roles. So please refer that. Then we go next. What's the role name we'll give? We'll give EC2 CloudWatch demo. Okay. Then here is the role permissions summary, and we will do create role, right? And the role has been created, right? Let's go to EC2 instance now and see whether our instance has come up or not. And yes, our instance has come up. Now what's the next step? We have to add this role to this particular instance, right? Security, modify IAM role, choose IAM role, the one we just created, update IAM, right? Click on the instance ID to verify whether this particular role has been attached to EC2 instance, and here it is. You see, it's already attached. Now what's the next step? Next step is to go inside the EC2 and configure the AWS CloudWatch configuration so that it can talk to the CloudWatch service, right? So what we'll do is we'll just to connect. Again, I'll be using EC2 instance connect. If you want to see a detailed video on the connections, please refer my earlier videos and you can very well know the steps. And we are connected to our EC2 instance here, and here are some of the commands which you have to do. First of all is this one, sudo yum update -y. This brings you to the current package level of dependencies. So there are no more dependencies. We are on the current level. Next, we have to do the install Amazon CloudWatch agent on the EC2 instance. So we here go and do it. Here it is asking me for this package to be downloaded and installed. I will say yes. And it's installing the packages now. And it's been installed. Let's see. I'll show you one more tip here, that if you put a -y here, this particular question which came, right, whether you need to install or not, will not be required to put as yes, it will automatically take it. So that's a tip here. So we have installed this particular agent, and what's the next step? It's not yet started. So what we have to do is we have to go and start that. Let's go to this directory first and see what is there inside here, which has been just created for you after this particular install, right? Let's go here. Yes, cd Amazon CloudWatch agent, and yes, we are here. Okay, so we can see like we have all the things here already configured, and we are in the directory where this particular wizard file is there. So we can come back to our original home directory, and this is one of the commands to get back to the home directory for your reference. And we can just type this particular configuration wizard. Now we are configuring like what are the monitoring parameters configuration we should be setting for this particular EC2 instance. Okay, see, on which OS are you planning to use the agent? 1 Linux. So you don't need to type 1 because default is already chosen there. Just enter. Are you using EC2 instance on premises hosts? Yes, default. Which user are you planning to run the agent? I will put as 2 CW agent. Do you want to turn on stats domain? Daemon? I will say no. Do you want to monitor metrics from Collecti? No. Do you want to monitor any host metrics? I'll say yes. Do you want to monitor CPU metrics per core? Yes. Do you want to add EC2 dimensions? No. Do you want to aggregate EC2 dimensions? No. Would you like to collect your metrics at high resolution? No. I mean yes, but for 60 seconds. So I'll choose as 4. Which default metric configs do you want? I will say default is basic. Are you satisfied with the above config? Yes. Do you have any existing CloudWatch agent logs? Default choice is 2, so enter. No. Do you want to monitor any log files? No. Do you want the CloudWatch agent to also retrieve X-ray traces? No. Do we want to store the config in SSM parameters too? No. Program exits now, and we have our configuration in place, right? Which is inside the config.json file, which has been already updated for you. And where is that particular file? It should be here. Let us see that. CD paste. See here the config.json, which has been updated a while ago, right? 6:14 it is, 6:13 where this the above command which we just gave updated the config.json file. Let's come back to our home directory and let's start this particular daemon. Don't worry about these commands. It will be for you in the description section. Paste. And let's start it. And you see the configuration validation has been succeeded and we are good now. So first of all, let's try to put some, stress on CPU. What is stress? Stress is nothing but load on CPU. So if you want to download some utility, this is a very good utility to test your things out, which is also known as stress. So what I'll do is sudo yum install stress. And see, it didn't ask me for all these downloads or my confirmation. It automatically downloaded and installed it, right? Now, let's go to our EC2 instance, right? Let's go to CloudWatch. Here we are. Let's go to all metrics, right? You see the CW agent already came here, right? Okay, if I go here and I will just go inside here, I can see all these particular details here, right? But let's go again and do some testing now. I will go inside here. You see this particular CPU utilization, why it came. You see, it came around 5 minutes back, right? So let's try to put some CPU stress now. And the command to do that is stress CPU1. We'll go to our EC2 instance where we are connected. Let's put some stress here. Maybe we have to use sudo, but let's check it out first, whether it works from here. Sorry. Yeah, it started. Then let's see if something's happening on our EC2 instance CloudWatch. You see something is coming up here. So let's actually wait for a while. And we should be getting our things in the alert of EC2 instance dashboard. Okay. Let's go to all metrics. Let's go to again EC2 first. Here you see it is building up here. This one is also coming up. Network and other things, some stress is building up. So I hope you got this particular pictured how to actually configure the monitoring. It's a very straightforward way, and I hope you like the video. Thank you, everyone.